Hello, I'm Jim from Come Play With Us, and in this video I'm going to be playing Wyrmspan with the new Dragon Academy expansion. Now, I'm kind of gaming this a little bit to show off more of the expansion components. So I'm playing with the Gamblers Guild, which is an expansion guild. And so on this guild, the options we have here are draw 3 dragons from the deck, pay 1 for free or keep it, play 1 for free or keep it, discard the others. And then we got draw 3 caves from the deck, excavate for free with 1 or keep it and discard the others. The next one is gain a dragon from the deck. Either gain all the resources and eggs in the cost or discard it to gain a coin. I think that's a coin. Or end game, draw 4 dragons from the deck, score the printed VP on 2 of them, and then discard all 4 cards. And then there's the usual end game point. So that's the one I'm going to be playing with. That one comes in the expansion. I'm also playing with 4 of the new end of round goals, and so from the expansion. So the round 1 goal is dragons with a printed value of 4 or more victory points. Exclude fledglings, and fledglings are the new dragon type that comes in the expansion. Dragons, second round one is dragons that may store 2 or more eggs. Third round is dragons that may live in 2 or 3 caves. And the final round goal is dragons that have a printed cost that includes at least 1 gold. So those are the all new gold cards or tiles that come in the expansion. And the other thing I'm doing is, you can see I've got 3 piles of cards here for the dragons, and 2 piles of the cave cards. So these first 2 piles here, the dragon and the caves, these are all the expansion cards. I'm keeping them all here, and these are the base game cards. And so when I'm drawing new cards, I'll be kind of rotating through these to make sure we've got expansion cards in the mix, so you can see some of the new cards that are in the expansion. So the main difference is the expansion doesn't actually add any new rules. The only one new rule here is at the end of the round, when you pass, you're going to be putting your adventurer on one, depending on if you're in rounds 1, 2, or 3, or 4. You're going to be putting your adventurer in one of these spaces at the bottom, and depending on where you put your adventurer there, you're going to collect different rewards before the start of the next round. So, in the base game, you would just get 6 of those coins and an egg. Now, you won't necessarily do that. It depends on which spot you take. And the other major change is there's a new type of dragon called the fledgling. There's one here on the board already. And how these guys work, so they're kind of like in between a hatchling and a regular dragon. They have these spots on the bottom, these kind of level up spots. And so these, unlike hatchlings, they can go in different caves. They don't just go in the bottom cave. But they have a similar cost. You can see there's a milk and an egg. And the way these work is, when you're doing the explore, if you pay this resource, then you add this level up cube on here. And you'll keep doing that, and once you level these guys up, that will unlock their ability at the bottom here. And this one, it's like end game scoring ability to gain 1 point for each egg in this dragon's row. So that's how these fledglings work. They're a little different. And then the other thing you'll see in the expansion is some of the dragons, none out here, I'll point it out when they come up, but some of the dragons have a kind of a condition instead of a resource cost that you can. So if you meet the condition, you can kind of play the dragon for free instead of paying the resource cost. Okay, that's the major differences in here. The other thing is for the Atoma and the expansion, in the base game, you would always go first. In the expansion, we're going to be passing the first player marker back and forth, because of course we have this new part here. So and the Atoma will always take the 6 coin spot in rounds 1 and 2, and in rounds 3 and 4, it'll take 1 of the 6 coin spots. Okay, so let's get started. So I've chosen my starting hand here and my starting resources. So what I've got here to start is I've got a wandering protean dragon, So that's a small one. That one, it will be good for, let's see, goals 1, 2, and 3. So this is a pretty good one to get out because that's good for 3 of the 4 goals. This one is also good. This one is actually good for all 4 goals. Probably want to get that one out. And this one is just a hatchling. Doesn't actually meet any of the goals. So maybe I mean you do want to get the hatchlings out early. Because you cache stuff on here and they level up as well. But I think I'm going to focus on these 2 to get the goals. So I picked my starting resources to get these guys out. So I don't think it matters which of these 2. This lets me train all orthogonally adjacent fledglings 1 time for free. So I probably want to wait for that one. So maybe I'll get this one out first. So this is what I'm going to focus on. I have the resources to play this one. So maybe I'll just start by playing that one. And it does give me an end around ability to tuck a card from my hand here. And if I do, I get to lay an egg here. So that's pretty good. So this is all around a pretty good dragon to start with. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to entice as my first action. And then I will pay a gold and a crystal. And, I guess I got to put that down. And one of my coins to do the entice. And then I can play this dragon in either of these rows. I think I will put it in this one here. And that is the end of my turn. Okay, so now we do the Atoma. And so the Atoma is just going to go once on this track. And that's it. If you've never played the Wyrmspan solo, the way it works is on the card. You're just gonna. Sometimes there's a coin here, which means you'll place a coin on the goal. So that's how it kind of goes for the goals. And then sometimes it'll refresh the market. Otherwise, you look at the round you're in and you move on the guild board that many spaces. They don't actually gain anything from the spaces. And then if you're in one of the brown, if you've passed or in one of the brown areas, then you execute this bottom part, which will have it grab cards. So in this case, if it had, it would have grabbed the 3rd dragon card and the 3rd cave card, and then it kind of collects cards. There is one more change in the Otoma for this expansion is now it does cache resources when you play cards that allow it to. So if you play a card that says, I get 2 resources and everybody else gets 1 resource, the Atoma will cache 2 resources in that instance. If it has to pay for the resource, so say it's like I get to pay a resource and convert it or something like that, it will do the max of that thing, and it'll get, instead of paying, it'll get 1 cache resource instead of the 2 that it normally gets. And it says you just use any token for the cache. It doesn't really matter which resource you're using. So that's another small change with the Otoma. Okay, so that's end of the Otoma's turn. It's back to me. Okay, so now I'm down to, I've got the, so I could play this guy. If I want to, I don't know why I moved that there. So I could go and do another entice and get this other dragon out. I don't see any reason not to do that. So let's get that one out too. Let's go do another entice. I'll pay a milk and my egg, starting egg. And let's get this hatchling out here. Goes in the bottom. And the hatchlings don't have any abilities, so that's it for that. It's almost turn. Okay, so they're putting these coins down on the round marker, and then they're going to rotate once on this track here. That's the end of their turn. Okay, my next turn, probably get a cave card out here. So this one, to do the excavate, it's basically free in the first column here. So where do I want to go? Probably, because I have a space here, I need to open up one of these spaces. And this guy's got to go in the middle, so I might as well do this one here. And the plate effect of this one is to gain another cave card and to go rotate one on the guild track. So this lets me train a fledgling free. I don't have any fledglings yet. I can pay 2 eggs, then gain 1 from the display and immediately play it for free. That's not too bad. This one lets me gain a dragon and lay an egg, though. I like that one. So I'll get that one. And then I go 1 here, which gives me an egg. Okay, that's my turn. Otoma's turn. The Otoma is refreshing the dragon market. Okay, so you can see here's a new dragon card here. Okay, so see this new symbol here? So what that means, I can either pay the regular resources here, or if I look this symbol up down here, or I can ignore the dragon's cost if it will be the 3rd or 4th dragon in its cave. So that's interesting. So if it's the third or 4th, you get to play it for free. Okay, and then we're putting another coin down. It means I'm not likely to win that. And then we're round 1, so it's going to rotate once around the guild track. And I should have mentioned I am playing on level 1 here, the regular Otoma. I just want to keep it simple. So, plus this is the first time I'm playing with the expansions. Okay, back to me here. Okay, so I've got 1 cave card left. This one, I like this one. It lets me get a dragon and lay an egg. So I might do that. I might do another excavate. Okay, so that'll let me go here, and I get a dragon, and I get to lay an egg. So, I mean, this one's not going to help me for a while, so there's no point in grabbing that one. This one only costs a meat. Okay, so here's a fledgling. It goes on the top row. It gives me 1 point per... Oh, that's the other thing, is the fledglings give you a point per fledgling you have on your board. So the more fledglings you get, the more points you get for them. So but this one's not going to help me with any of the goals here. Actually, the only one that will help me is this one here. It does satisfy 3 of the goals, but not the... So that might be another one that I want to grab. The problem with these ones is, I'm paying the coin. This gives me 1 last turn, which is actually kind of good in this, because then I get first crack at the resource pick. This is kind of interesting. But I don't think fledglings are a good one to go for in this run. This one gives me a couple of the goal. This one gives me 3 of the goals also. And it's fairly cheap. It's cheaper than this one. And it activates abilities on all the dragons adjacent to it. That's kind of nice. I'm going to grab this one. Okay, and I get to lay an egg. Okay, so I'm done my turn. Back to Otoma. Oh, adding another coin. Yeah, definitely can't win this round. And then it's moving twice on the guild track. Okay, so last turn, basically, unless I can get another coin somehow, I've got no resources to play dragon cards. I probably want to pick up some resources if I can. So if I go here, I can gain some cards and move up the guild track and get me a meat. I do need meat. I need meat and gold, basically, to play these cards. So that might be okay to go there. I mean, here I would just get 1 resource, so that's not the greatest move. And here I would gain, I can gain another cave. And then I'd be able to, I don't have any meat to cash. So it doesn't make sense I think I'm going to execute this makes the most sense to execute this row here. So I can gain 2. So I'll gain a dragon. So this one looks, ooh, there's a lot of resources for this one though. And these guys are all costing me coins, which is not great. And it gives me 8 points if I have 2 hatchlings. I already got 1 hatchling, so maybe I'm gonna grab these 2. And then I get to move once on this track. Gets me a meat. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Otoma is now removing a coin. Well, maybe those came out in the right order for me. And it's moving 2 again, so that means it's going to execute the brown part. So it's going to take the second dragon here. And it's going to put down its cube. So moving forward, 1, 2, 3. It's going to take the end game one here. Okay. Okay, so now I can't do anything, so I'm going to pass. So now do the new pass rule, which is I get to take any of these. So what do we got here? So I could get 5 coins and 2 eggs. 5 coins, an egg, and a resource. That might be nice. 5 coins, an egg, and a cave. 5 coins, an egg, and a dragon. 5 coins, and an egg. And a rotate on here, which just give me another. I've got enough dragon cards, or the 6 coins. So, I probably want the so these ones, unfortunately, cost coins. So maybe I'll do the one that gives me the gold. Get this guy out, because I don't care about the victory point goal anymore. And this guy's good for the other 3 goals. It's got the 2. It can go into 2 caves. It has 3 eggs, and it's gold cost. So, yeah, I think this is the one I want to play next. So I think I'll actually take this one here that gives me the resource. Okay, back to the Atoma. So that's me passing. The Atoma is pulling out another coin. Okay, so it's these actually came out in the right order for me. And then it's moving once on the track here. And then it's going to do, I've already passed, so it's going to do its last turn. Okay, so if it has no cards left in its draw deck, and this symbol comes up on the card, that means it passes, so it's not going to execute that card. And it always takes the 6th spot if it can, so it's going to go there. Okay, so now, and around we collect our resources. The Otoma does not collect any resources from there. But we do move the first player token, so it will go first next round. Ditch a card from the deck there. Okay, and I'm going to get 5 coins. So let's take these back. 5, an egg. There, and a resource. I want a gold. So I need to play my next dragon. Okay, and then this moves, the round tracker is going to move forward, and the new cube will be available for the Otoma for the guild. And then we got to wipe the market. So I got to wipe the market here. Okay, Toma starts this round. Toma is just moving 1 on the track. Hey, my turn. I want to do the entice here. I'm spending a meat and a gold. And maybe I don't want to play this one first. Oh, sorry, I forgot to execute the end of round effects here. So I should have tucked a card from my hand there. And so, yeah, so I think I will tuck this one. And I could have laid an egg there too. So that's its ability there. And this has no end around ability. Gotta remember to do the end around abilities. Okay, reminded of that because I'm playing this guy here. So I'm gonna play this guy here. And this one lets me activate the explore abilities on all authority. Yeah, so I don't have any of those abilities available, so it's not going to do anything. But it does count towards all the goals I need to meet, so that's good. Okay, Toma's turn. Going to add a coin. Oh, sorry, and I forgot to. Man, I'm missing things. I forgot to do the end around thing here. So the Atoma actually. So what you do is you look at the goal. Forgetting things here. You look at the base value. On that's what the symbol is here on the goal. So that's 0, and then you add the coins on here. So the Atoma had 1 for the goal, and dragons with printed 4 VP or more. I had 2 dragons here at the scoring for there, and only this one. So I also had 1. So we tied on this first one. Okay, so now he's going to put a coin on the second one here. And he's moving 2 on the round track. So just missing executing. Okay, my turn. I don't have any resources to play any of my cards, so I need to get me some resources. I probably want to start pumping this track if I can to get more resources. So I need a lot of resources for these two. So this one, meat and gold. Meat and gold seems to be the theme here for my dragons that I need. So maybe I want to explore. Going on here, that just gives me a card. But I really don't have much else to do. Like I could take, I don't need any more dragon cards. I do kind of need a cave card. And where did these guys go? Yeah, because I want to work this track. So I think, actually, I think I'm going to explore down here. Sorry, I can grab this. Yeah, so here I'll gain a cave card. So I've got 2 here. So this one gives me a meat and milk and a card. That's nice, but it will give 2 cash resources to the Achoma. Up to 3 times I can pay an egg to gain 2 resources. Each opponent may do this once. That will only give the Atoma 1 cash. I think I will take this one. Okay, and then I can cash a meat. I don't have any meat to cash, so I can't do that. And I'll rotate on here, and that will let me gain a dragon. So what do we got now? This is the only one that fulfills it doesn't fulfill the current round. This one does 2, and it goes in the top. So maybe I'll grab this one. Okay, and then that's it for that Explorer. Refill the cards. Toma. Adding another coin. And then it's removing one, and it is in the brown section, so it is going to execute this. It's going to take the first dragon and the first cave card. And that's it. Okay, what am I going to do here? Yeah, still need some resources here. I wanted to play my cave card, so I'm going to excavate in my last free space here. And then I can pay up to 3 times. I can pay an egg to gain a point. I think I'm going to do, I've got 3 eggs. So I need lots of meat. So I think just 3 meats and 3 golds is what I needed. So I'm going to pay these 3, and I get 2 resources. Each of those. And then that's going to give the Otoma a cash token. I'm going to use milk as its cash token. And I will just throw it to the side here. Okay, and I think that's everything for my turn. Otoma's turn. Okay, so they're refreshing the market. Putting a coin down. And then they're moving 1. All right, so now I'm going to entice. There. And I don't really want, like, these ones give up coins. I don't really want to do that. This gives me an end of game ability. This one, pay from anywhere in this cave to gain 2 different. Ooh, that's pretty nice. That is a nice one. But oh, neither of these 2 give me the 2 cave. This one gives me all 3, so you know, I don't want to give up the coin just yet. I don't think so. What do I need for this? I need the 2 or more eggs ones. So I will do this one because it gives me 2 or more eggs. And it's, you know, it's the cheapest of the 3. Okay. And it gives me more resources. So I'll play this one up top here. And it gives me 2 crystals. But each opponent gains 1 crystal, so the bot will get 2 cash tokens, which I'm using these milks for that. So, and I'm giving away points there. They score, and for every 2 of those cash tokens at the end of the game, the Otoma is going to score a point. So it's not huge, but you do have to think about that. Okay, Otoma's turn. Otoma is just moving 1 on the track. Simple turn. Okay, my last turn for this round. I've got lots of resources, so maybe I should just play it. I have no coin to pay, so I can't play either of these. So, you know, I probably should just run one of these 2 tracks. I think resources you can keep is 9 if I remember correctly. So I could run this track and get some more resources, but I probably need some more dragons, really, to play out. So that would be this track here. I could get a dragon and a cave card if I go there. And are there any good dragons out there to take before I do this? Yes. Oh, none of them give me the cave thing, though. Interesting. So, you know what? Maybe I'll do the resource. I'll do the resources. What other resources do I need here? I've got all the resources I need for these guys. So maybe I'll gather more meat so I can work on my hatchling down here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to gain a resource, so I'll gain a meat. And I'm going to move on the track, which gives me a cave card. Gain a resource. Pay to gain. Well, don't need to pay any more coins because I'm going to be paying those anyways. Yeah, maybe I'll do the lay 2 egg ones here. And I'll get more meat. I'm still under the limit here. Close, but I'm under the limit. Okay, so that's it for that. Now the Achoma's going to go, and it's removing a coin. And then it's moving 2. And I've got to pass again. I'm out of coins. You know, I think I'm going to take the 6 coins. I don't need resources or anything, so I think it's a good time for me to take the 6 coin. It is interesting that even the top resource thing gives you less than what you got in the base game. Kind of interesting. But I'm going to need the extra coins because I got to pay coins to play each of those dragons that I have. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I passed. And the Atoma is also passing. Okay, so now I'll remember to do the end around things properly, not like last turn. Okay, so let's do the first thing. Let's score the round. So they've got 2 coins on there plus 1, so they've got 3 for that goal. This goal is dragons that have 2 or more eggs. And I have 3 also, so it looks like we're tied again. Okay, and then we're going to clear the market. Okay, and around abilities here, I've got one here. I can tuck a card from my hand for there, and if I do, I can lay an egg there. Oh, do I want to tuck one of these? Well, it's worth points to tuck it. You know, I better do that. I'll tuck this one, and I can lay an egg there. It's a waste to not do it. Okay, move the round marker up. Oh, the Toma did not drop a cube last round. That's interesting. Okay, round 3. I am the first player this round. Okay, well, I'm going to start with enticing. So I'm going to play this guy down, and I want to play it up. Oh, I can't play it up top there. Maybe I should do the cave first then. You know what? I'll do the excavate first. Let's do the excavate. So I want to work on that top row. This just gives me resources I can't use right now. So, you know, I'll do this one here. I got to pay an egg, but I'm going to get 2 eggs. So that's a difference of 1 egg. And I gain another one of these. This gives me, man, I'm good on resources this time. So yeah, not going to worry about resources. I'll take this one. This one gives me a move on the guild track and an egg. So that's nice. Oh, I forgot to shuffle it to my deck. Just burn the card from there. Okay. It's just moving 1. Okay. Now I'm going to do my entice. Play my dragon, which unfortunately is going to cost me a coin, a meat, gold, and a crystal. And I can play that here. that will give me points at the end of the game. All right, Toma's turn. Gonna add a coin. And then it's gonna move one on the track. So it's in the brown area, so it's gonna take the first dragon card and the first cave card. Okay, what do I do now? Now I kind of need some more dragon cards. I'm out of dragon cards. And are there any good ones up there? There's no double cave cards up there. Or one, well, there's one that uses gold. So that's good. I do need another hatchling, though. Oh, there is another hatchling here. I do need another hatchling to get my 8 points for this card. So, yeah, maybe I'll do the explore here. Can I gain a dragon from here? Cash from your supply here. Anytime you cash here, lay an egg. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to gain this hatchling. So I need another hatchling. And of course, I don't have any milk. Okay, that gives me a hatchling. No ability here. I get to rotate on here, which will give me a crystal. And that's the end of my explorer. Tomo turn. They are cycling the... No, I should have drawn on it here. Maybe I'll just draw another card and then they're cycling. Forgot to fill that back up. Oh, there we go. Double cave one. Now there's a double cave one there. 2. And gold. Oh, those are much better. Those are exactly what I need. Now, and of course, I just got, did my card drawing thing. And then they're adding another coin. And they're moving 1 on this track. Oh, sorry. We're in round 3. I've been doing this wrong here. Not paying attention. Should be moving 2. Round 3, not round 2. Not round 1. So it might be a little farther on the track because I was not paying attention to that last round. 1, 1, 1, 1. So I'm assuming in round 2 it doesn't move very far. Let me take a look. There's at least one. So I'm going to move him 1 more space. I probably should have moved at least 1 more space because I was keep looking at round 1 and not round 2. Now I'm in round 3. Okay, so my turn. I need to. Well, I don't have the resource to. I don't have a milk right now, so I don't want to do those explore yet. Is there any way for me to get a dragon? Draw 3 from the deck, play 1 for free, or keep it, discard the others. Yeah, so if I can rotate on here, I can. Now, how many? Yeah, so if I go on here, if I do that explore, this one here. I mean, I don't really need the resources, but I do need a milk. I need 1 milk. Play that guy. That does nothing. That rotates me here. Okay, and then there I can go here, draw 3 from dragons from the deck. I can play 1 for free or keep it and discard the others. Of course, I'm not even going to use any of the resources I have. Okay, so this one's in 3 caves. This one's in 2 caves and it has a gold. So I need that one. And then round's going to lay 2 cards on each playful. Do I have other? Oh, I have lots of playful. So this is a good card for me. I can play it for free, so I will play it here. It's good end around ability for me. Discard the other 2. Okay. Going here does nothing. Going here. Ooh, I've got 3 in here already. So gain another resource. What resource do I need? Well, let's get another gold, I guess. No ability here, and then I can lay an egg. Lay them here. Lay 2 on each dragon cave in this cave. Oh, lay 2 on each playful dragon. Oh, in this cave. Oh, I probably want to play it up here then. That sucks, but at least I'll get 2 on this one here. I got 2 playful ones. You can see, yeah, it's too bad I didn't have that opened up. But that's just the way the draw is. Okay, so that's the end of that explore. Atoma. Just moving 2 on the 2 on the track here. Don't look at the 1 spot, look at the 3 spot. Okay, my turn. This is going to be my last turn for the round. So I could execute this and start cashing the meat on these guys, but I think I want to get this guy out first. But I do actually need I need a card to tuck under there. So I kind of need more dragon cards again. Which means running this row again, which means paying an extra egg. Oof. Which would give me, that would give me a bunch of cards, set me up for the last round. So I think I will run this again. I gotta pay an egg to do that. But that gives me some dragon cards here. So, I've got lots of good cards here for next round. I just need ones with gold on it. Activate 1. Okay, so this one's pretty good. I'll take that one. And I need 1 just to tuck, so the other one, it doesn't really matter what kind it is. So nothing on here. Doing the guild board, which gives me an egg. Get the egg back. Nothing on here, and then getting another dragon. I'm just going to randomly grab them because this is the one I'm going to tuck at the end of the round. That's it for my explorer. And Toma's going to go. Toma's removing a coin. Then it's moving twice. So it's triggering the ability here. It's going to grab the second dragon card, which I did not refresh. So it's going to grab that one. And then it's going to place one of these. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to do this one. That's it for its turn. I'm passing. So I don't really need resources, so I'm just going to take the 6th spot here. It's almost got 2 more turns on me here. It's going to add the coin back. And it's moving twice. That's it. I'm done already. And it is not passing bugger, but it is taking a coin off. So that actually helps me. But it is moving 2 more times on the track. And then that is it. Okay, end of round. Okay, so it's got 2 on this one. So this is for dragons that may live in 2 or 3 caves. I have definitely beaten 2. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So I come in first there. And Yatsuma is second. Okay, let's do end of round abilities. This one I get to tuck a card from my hand, so that's why I got this card here. Tuck that one, and I can lay an egg there. And this one laid 2 eggs on each playful dragon in this cave. So I just have that one in there. So I'll lay 2 eggs on there. I'll have to spend from that card for the end of the next round. Okay, so that's all my end around abilities. Now we're going to wipe the market. Okay, we'll move the round marker. Shuffle the Automa deck. And I got 6 coins. Oh, wait a minute. I went to the wrong spot. I forgot. Round 3 and 4. Man, I've been messing myself up here. Yeah, we should have been in round 3 or 4. We should have been doing these ones here. So egg or move. I'm gonna move on the guild. So I probably could have got last round. I could have gone an extra. So let me go an extra on here. So I messed myself up on that last round. So because I could have been taking this spot. Okay, and then so I'm just gonna randomly draw a dragon card because I don't know what I would have done there, but couple mistakes there. Yeah, so I forgot that in round 3 and 4, you should be doing this one. So I should have been doing that one, which would have helped me. Well, yeah, I didn't need resources or anything, but moving up the guild track a bit faster would probably help, especially since there's an extra coin coming up here that I probably want. Okay, so Automa is the first player this round. I think I got everything. I did all my end around abilities. Yeah, okay. Okay, removing a coin. It doesn't have one there. And then it's moving twice. Or 3 times, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Gotta remember to increment the round tracker here. 3 times. And then it's going to take the second dragon card and the second cave card. Okay, my turn. Okay, I want to get this hatchling played. So I'm going to entice. And that hatchling just needs an egg. So I'll pull from here. And the milk. And that's that turn. Automa. Clearing the market and adding a coin. It'd be hard for it. I've got, I think, almost every. Well, I've got 5 dragons for that last goal there. So I'm doing good on that one. Yeah, now I have to put some capes down here. So, okay, so let's excavate here. And I might as well work this one here. So I got lots of resources, so being able to cash stuff. What do we got here? Oh, and then I can, I probably want to do that. Because that one, okay, so this is going to cost me 2 eggs to excavate. But I gain a move on this track, which will get me another coin, which is really good. And I can get an egg back. Throw that down here. And that's it for my turn. Toma is moving twice. That's all it's doing this round. Okay, I probably want to get another dragon down there if I can. Oh, so either of these guys can go there. Activate 1 Billy or on any dragon on your player mat. Probably a little late to be starting the fledgling at this point, so I'll go with this one. That's going to cost me a meat, a gold, and a crystal. Okay, so play that one there, and I can do any of the abilities. So, maybe I'll start working these guys here. I don't have. I can do this one. I don't really have a lot of those abilities, so maybe I'll do this one. So I'll cash here. Anytime you cash here, lay an egg. So I guess I can put that anywhere. It doesn't say where I can put that. So I'll throw that up here. Okay, so that's done that. Toma turn. It is removing a coin. And then it's moving once. Ooh. Didn't move that far that time. Oh, why was this one here? This one should probably be in the deck. How many cards are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Shuffle these. Okay, my turn. Yeah, I probably want to execute this, and then I can cash some resources. And I want to get a bunch of meat. Well, I need meat. I need milk. See if I can get these guys going. Well, I mean, cashing gives you points, so it's good to do that. So let's gain milk there, so I can cash it here later. That's nothing. I move up on this track. Oh, which gives me another milk. Okay, that's fine. Milk. Nothing here. Gain a resource. I'll gain meat. Nothing here. To lay an egg. 3 on this one. There. Nothing here. And then cash up to 2 from your supply onto any dragons. Oh, so that. Oh. Yeah, okay, 2 on any dragon. So I'm going to do that. And then anytime I cash here, I lay an egg. And anytime I cash here, I lay an egg. Good, 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 good. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. That's Toma's turn. It's adding a coin again. And it's moving 2, 2, and taking the first card in each stack here. Okay, my turn. Now I want to execute these bottom ones here, I think. So I'm going to run this one. So gain a cave. Ooh, this one gives me a coin again. I'll take that one. Okay, I can cash meat here and lay an egg. Okay, and my third one is cashed there, so I also gain a gold and a meat. Oh, I need another milk. Okay, so we move here. Okay, and then I get to place another cubes. Oh, I can get more coins. I think I'm going to take the 6-point one. I've got enough coins, I think. Taking the 6-point spot for the Otomo does that. And here I'm going to cash a milk, get another egg. And I can gain Oh, this one will give me a milk? Sure, whatever. Okay. Here, back here. Okay, Toma turn. It is moving twice. And that is it. All right, what do I want to do now? I think I wanted to excavate here, and that's going to cost me an egg. And do I care where? I don't think I care where I go. So I'll go here, and that gains me another coin. Okay. Toma turn. Adding a coin. And it's moving 2. That's it. Okay, and then I'm going to excavate again. To play this one and pay another egg. Play that one there. Gives me a meat and milk. Okay, Atoma is going and Atoma is passing. The Atoma is done. And I am going to run this again. There's my guy here. Okay, so gain another cave. I don't really care which at this point, I don't think. Although that one might be nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna cache. I can still cache here. I just don't. This only triggers once, so that's the only thing. And I'm gonna go here, get another egg. Okay, I'm gonna cache my third milk here, so that one's done. I get an egg. And then I get 2 meat. And then I'm going to gain another cave. And then I'm done. Okay. And I've got one more turn left. So what do I got here? What's this going to get? Oh, this is a fledgling, which is not going to... I don't have any fledglings. These are good if you have lots of fledglings. I don't have any fledglings in my thing. So that is kind of left me with a bad thing to play there. But I guess, I mean, if I run this, I can add 2 more resources to one of my dragons. Those are worth points. I can move up. Yeah, I don't know that I have a really great move here for the end game here. Exploring here would give me some dragons that I can't play. Oh, I guess I should have flipped these up. Although, you know what? I think I've got to play a dragon free. I got one of these caves here. Oh, but I have to pay to play. Oh, from my hand. I don't have any in my hand, so none of these give me a dragon. So I guess I can keep this to tuck under that guy. So really, I probably just want to do something that lets me lay some more eggs. Although I'm almost at my limit in how many eggs I can hold. So I'm probably just want to run. Well, how many of these do I have? I have 7. So this will give me 2. Oh, okay, so that will max me out on my resources. And yeah, that's probably the best thing to do is just go here with my last thing. Because I can't. I mean, exploring, although I could get another coin if I go there. It cost me 2 eggs. But what's good getting another coin for me? I don't think that's gonna help me any. So, you know, I'll go here, pay an egg to run this again. So get a resource. It doesn't really matter at this point which resource. Although, well, you know, I probably want a milk. So I can cash it on here and get the bonus again. Nothing here. Move here. End of my turn, I'm going to have to draw down to 9 on those. So this might be a bit of a waste. Go here. Here, lay an egg. Here, and then I can cash 2. Doesn't really matter. It gives me 2 more eggs. Ooh, pretty close to the limit of how many eggs. So that's actually not bad, because that got me some points there. And I am under the token limit. So that's the end of my turn. Okay, now we go to scoring here. So Atoma, let's do the Atoma first here. Okay, so the Atoma scores 7 points for every dragon it has. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons. So 42. And then it's going to score 2 points for every cave card. It's got 4 of those. So that's 8. And each step beyond the last brown space visited, it gets a point. Oh, so it's getting full points here almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Victory point from completing public objectives. So we tied on those. So it's getting 9, 12 points for public objectives. And then for every 2 cash tokens, it gets a point. So it's got 3. So it's going to get 1 point. So 68. Didn't get a very good score. Okay, for me. All right, so Dragon Guild endgame markers. I've got 1 there that gives me 6 points. And then endgame abilities. I've got this one game plus 8 points if there are at least 2 hatchlings on your player mat. I got 2, so that gives me 8. I think that's the only one I have, yeah. Points printed on dragons. So 1, 5, 10, 15, 21, 24, 27, 30. Then 1 point per egg. $13 points. And 1 point per cash resource. I've got 4 here, 5 here, 5 here. So that's 9 points. Point per tucked card. Oh, I didn't do my end around here. Sorry, should have the end around. I should have done my end around abilities, which would have given me the 2 eggs here. And so I should have 2 more eggs points. So that's 15 points. Oh, 3 more egg points. Because I could have also tucked my dragon card here and got another egg on that card. And then the tucked cards I have under here. 1, 2, I've got 4 of those. And then public objectives, I've got. Oh, we didn't even evaluate. I didn't even evaluate the last one. Anyways, this one, they're 5 for this. And I have, there's gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have 4, 9, 15, that's 22. And a point for every 4 of these. 1, 2, 2 more points. Oh, 97. That's probably my best score ever. Although I might have come in second on this one here because I forgot to. Again, I was looking at the first spot, but I should have been looking at the third spot. But so I might be 3 points less. But anyways, I won by enough to not make that make a difference. But yeah, that's how the new expansion works. So you can see it doesn't really add any new rules or anything to the game. It just adds some more variety. So you're getting a bunch of new. You get some new guilds here. You're going to get a bunch of new objectives. Mix things up, and then you get a whole pile. I think there's about 80 new dragons in here. The fledglings, they didn't really get to show the fledglings off that much. We had a couple come up, but they just didn't fit in with the goals and stuff that we're going for, so didn't really see those. And you saw one of the new cards, but yeah, you can see how this. I like this addition to it. I think that passing rule, especially when you're playing with multiple players, I think that'll make a big difference. And it does allow you to also, kind of get some more resources if you need them to start the next round, or if you're low on dragon cards. So I do like this, that it gives you some options here on, kind of getting ready for your next turn. So as usual, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.